Lower, down. Bend your knees, lower your hips.
Swing your arms.
Shoulder width stands, ha? Kuha na natin ang bola. Lagi tayong resistant.
Ready tayo. Eyes on the ball.
Get! Nice one. Balik! Okay, good job.
Chase for your dreams, shoot for the stars, though hard it may seem, no matter how far. Find the power that's within.
Here in Best Center, we teach the fundamentals and the basics. Lahat ng mga players na yan, nagsimula sa basics. Wala namang pinanganak na magaling na mag-volleyball.
You can only be better if you are willing to learn. As an athlete, one of the most important qualities you need to have is being coachable. Listen to your coaches, listen to your teammates, and listen to the advice that people give you.
You will face a lot of challenges along the way. You will struggle and you will begin to doubt yourself. But don't give up, it's just a test. Continue to work hard every day and stay determined to overcome those challenges.
No one and nothing is stopping you from becoming the greatest athlete possible. Dream big. Sky is not the limit. You are responsible for your own growth. You are writing your own story, and make sure it's something you will be proud of. Someday you will reach your goals. Believe in that and work on that every day.
Good, chin up.
Feet together. You should look in front.
Ready, aim your target. Go.
Bounce pass. Right foot forward. Follow through, hey.
Step forward.
Ball below the knees. Back straight.
Big. Next the ball.
Good right. Chest pass, ha? Short pass. Rather flip. Ready, triple threat. You play as a team. This is a team effort.
O, kaya na natin? Okay, let's do it one more time. Go!
Pag wala kayong disiplina, hindi kayo huhusay sa saan ang ginagawa nyo.
Chase for your dreams, shoot for the stars, though hard it may seem, no matter how far. Find the power that's within, it's a sign you let it out until the end. From the start, trust yourself and just believe. Get up when you fall. Be better than the rest. Stand up and walk tall. Show them how to be the best. Be the best, be the best. Be the best, be the best. Be the best, be the best.
Sa amin dito sa BEST, ituturo lang namin sa inyo ano ang dapat yung gawin. Binibigyan namin kayo assignment para humusay kayo. Lahat na magagawa nyo. Kailangan lang practice. Disiplina.
Be the best that you can be. It's all about self-discipline. Be the best and you will see. The future is yours to win. Be the best that you can be. It's all about self-discipline. Be the best and you will see. The future is yours to win. Get up when you fall. Be better than the rest. Stand up and walk on. Show them how to be the best. 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 Be the best.
All right, here we go. It's another Saturday night, another Saturday for BIDA Best Live. And from the Bestseller Sports, the Philippines, this is the BIDA Best Live together with Thirdy Ravena. A pleasant evening to one and all, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rico Navarro again together with you for another night of talking, kwentuhan po tayo, with our idols who have finished at the Best Center. So today we have Thirdy Ravena joining us. But before that, I'd like to call on my co-host for this evening. She was also with us last week to tell us more about what we will share tonight. Let's all welcome Coach Julie Amos. Coach Julie.
Hi, Coach Rico. Hi sa mga viewers natin sa ating second episode ng Be The Best.
Ito, Coach Julie, last week nakipagkwentuhan tayo kay Kiefer Ravena at ang daming kwento. What do you expect tonight from 30?
Well, alam mo, ang dami natin natutunan kay Kiefer last week. Although pareha sila nag-start sa basketball at an early stage, kahit magkapatid sila, sigurado yan, they have two different stories to tell. I'm pretty sure na iba yung kanilang pinagdaanan bago sila naging mahusay na manlalaro. Kaya I'm so excited to learn those challenges, those trials he has been bago siya maging 3-time MVP of UAAP. Tandaan mo yan, Coach Rico.
Hindi lang, may Japan pa siya, ha? Arigato gozaimasu. Marunong ka ba nun? Marunong ka ba arigato gozaimasu?
Hindi, masarap lang kumain sa Japan. Sushi.
Ay, ayun. pati ramen. Actually, Coach Julie, may konting request lang ako. Plug muna ako sa Nidali because we all know that lahat po ng mga Best Center graduates or mga products, dumaan po sila sa Best Center Clinic. Before I call on 30, could you please tell us, I think may ongoing clinic po tayo ngayon. Could you please share with us details?
Oh yes, we'll be starting our basketball online camp this coming October 3. It will be via Zoom. So kahit nasa bahay lang tayo, we can continue our journey in learning the fundamentals of the sport. We will have classes every Saturday and Sunday for an hour, and it's just limited to a maximum of 8 students. So tuloy-tuloy ang ating basketball program. Kaya sana sumali kayo para i-continue natin ang ma-enhance natin kahit during this pandemic, ang ating mga basketball dreams.
That's there, Coach Julie. As they say, the show must go on. So tuloy po tayo. Like, this is a classic example that we have pivoted. Online na po tayo together with Be The Best Live. May online clinics tayo. Tapos later on, eto lang, teaser lang to. May konting teaser lang. May online gimmick din tayo gagawin after these clinics and Be The Best Live. All right, let's get the show on the road right now as we bring in our guest for this evening. He is, of course, a graduate of the Best Center. He started at 6 years old. Ulitin ko po, 6 years old with the Best Center. He started with the clinics that Coach Julie just talked about, went on to play SBP basketball for Ateneo de Manila. They won 2 national championships doon sa SBP division. Went to join the Blue Eaglets of Ateneo de Manila at the UAAP, then the Blue Eagles, Gilas Pilipinas, and is on his way to Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Thirdy Ravena. Ayun, may dramatic entrance pa si Thirdy, oh.
Pinapa-excite niya lalo.
Oo nga eh.
Oo.
Alright, that's well.
Oh. Thirdy.
May konting technical difficulty. There is. Okay, Thirds, good evening. Musta?
Good evening, Coach Rico, Coach Judy. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Medyo mahina po yung internet connection natin dito sa bahay.
Well, mahina ang signal pero dating mo sa amin, ano, Coach Judy, ang laki. Ang lakas, ang laki.
Kailangan katawan.
All right, let's talk about your best center story, Thirdy, because that's what Be the Best is all about. Ang ginagawa po natin dito, nakikipagkwentuhan tayo sa mga dumaan ng best center, and we want to get and learn from them ang lessons that they can share with the current best center students or players who are online with us. So we'd like to share that with our friends. So Thirds, let's start it off right now. Lahat naman dumadaan sa best center clinic. Would you remember yung mga first contact mo with best center sa clinics? Could you please share with us your story?
Yes, I think I was around 6 or 7 years old when I started with the best clinic. So, una-una, of course, level 1, dribbling. And nakakatawa kasi lagi ako napapagalitan nun, di dahil sa di ako sumusunod sa drills, pero lagi ako nawawala kasi humuhuli ako ng tutubi dun sa gilid na covered courts dun sa Ateneo. So, kaya ako lagi napapagalitan. Pero, yun yung mga early memories ko with the best center. I think I was around 6 years old. Nga naman.
Time out. Coach Julie, kasama ba yan sa clinic? Yung mga sidelines sa labas ng court?
Yun nga yung tatanungin ko no? Siguro, meron sa tinatawag na change of direction. Kaya pag asan yung estudyante ko?
So, Coach Julie.
Yes, even ko na-ask you, Thirdy. Sabi mo na madalas kang nawawala sa klase at nanghuhuli ng tutubi. And then, siguro naman, meron ka naman mga naaalala ng mga basketball drills na ginawa mo noon sa best center.
Yes, of course, marami. Lalo na may blinders pa, mga figure 8 drills, mga spider drills, yan. Naku, naalala ko noon, wala talaga akong makuhang tama. Wala akong ma-recall na may tama akong na-perfect ko yung drills na yan. Kaya actually, pabalik-balik ako sa level 1 until na nakuha ko na siya eventually after mga 2 or 3 tries ng pag-level 1. So, okay naman. Okay naman po yung experience.
But let me go back to the Thirdy. Could you please share with us again? Repeater ka pala na level 1, level 2? Could you please share with us? Kasi pag binabagit natin, repeater ako ng level 1. Minsan masamang tingin or negative ang dating. But I think you have something else to say about that. When you repeat level 1, level 2, doesn't mean bagsak ko. Could you please share with us your story?
Well, I guess I kept repeating it kasi I wasn't fully comfortable with with finishing level 1. Although I would move to level 2, there would be instances where I would feel na kailangan ko pang mag-level 1. And hindi ako nahiya na bumalik because first and foremost, it's me improving my skills, and the most important thing to work on is the fundamentals. So, wag kayong mahiya. Never ako nahiya na bumabalik ako na level 1 kasi gusto ko talaga siya ma-perfect until lumipat ako na level 2 and then eventually level 3. So, yun lang talaga. In life, you don't have to be ashamed of trying to be better, on working on yourself. And hindi mo kailangan magmadali. It's at your own pace. If you feel na hindi ka pa ganun ka-confident sa skills mo, hindi mo kailangan maging kasing bilis nung iba. Although you might feel na nauunahan ka sa experience or sa mas gumagaling sila na mas mabilis sa'yo. Importante na nagagawa mo rin yung part mo. And although it's slow progress, it's still progress. So yun yung importante talaga, coach.
Well, Coach Rico, maganda yung sinabi niya, ha? Yung kahit na pabalik-balik siya, he was never ashamed of himself. And that's one thing na ginagawa natin sa Best Center. Pag meron tayong mga estudyante, kagaya yung binanggit ko ni for last time, na hindi talaga yun failure. Ang pagdating mo, pag umulit ka ng isang level, well, after learning yung mga fundamentals, it's all about perfecting it. It's all about mastering that drill for you to be able to gain confidence, and then saktong-sakto yun na habang lumalakas ang loob mo and gumaganda na rin yung mga execution mo. So I think, sabi nga niya, take your time, Coach Rico, take your time.
Tama.
Yes.
At sa akin lang, you're 6 years old, 7 and 8 years old, di ba? Why the rush? No? Why the rush? The basics will always be there. The fundamentals will always be there. Okay, I'm estimating right now it's a 6, 7-year-olds. You've done level 1 twice, maybe at least, then level 2 twice again, and your learnings from that is always improving yourself. But yung next step natin would be joining the tournaments. Of course, naturally, may clinic. Tapos would you remember what the first time you joined an SBP tournament at the SBP division while attending the clinics at the same time?
As far as I could remember, I think there was a time where I was actually na nagsabay yung SBP tas Milo Best na at the same year.
Yes.
But that was, I think, my first or until my second year at most na in the SBP tournaments na talaga nag-Milo Best ako, which definitely helped me. Kasi lalo na sobrang bata ko pa lang, the only advantage that the only thing I could bring to the court was having the fundamentals and being able to do the right things, or kung ano man yung mga basic na ipagawa sa akin, kung even the smallest thing, kailangan may ibaba yung bola, na mabababa ko yung bola ng maigi, hindi ako problema sa dribbling because I have the fundamentals. So definitely laking bagay when you work on things like that, because the only way you can be like your idols nga, na kumbaga kung idol mo kunwari sila Kyrie Irving or kung sino man magagaling na ball handler, the only reason why they're able to do the things that they can do is because they're able to master their fundamentals. So when you have the fundamentals perfected, I think you'll be able to do a lot of things na yung kumbaga yung mga yung mga bonus, yung mga medyo may konting flash na moves, which definitely helps also. Kumbaga kung wala natin ang mga ganun paminsan-minsan para maka-shake ng defender, pero as long as you have the fundamentals, I think yun din yung nakatulong sa akin eventually to play well dun sa SBP tournaments.
Okay, one more Thirdy, nabanggit mo kanina yung blinders and dribbling gloves. Yan yung isa sa mga gadget natin sa level 1. Do you think nakatulong yon na na-improve mo yung confidence level mo when it comes to playing the sport? Kasi syempre, pag nag-basketball ka, kailangan handles mo should be malaki talaga yung factor na may kumpiyansa ka, hindi ka tumitingin sa bola, you'll be able to shoot, you'll be able to pass well. Do you think yung paggamit ng gadget na yon, especially the blinders, helped you a lot to become a better player?
Yes, definitely, Coach Julie, kasi pag na-practice mo na hindi ka tumitingin sa bola, the only thing na kailangan mo nang focus on is when you're playing is kung ano yung nangyayari sa court and kung ano yung play na kailangan nyo gawin. And pag yun yung mas nabibigyan nyo ng time to assess and analyze rather than looking at the ball, mas marami kayong magagawang tama, I think. Because once you've mastered, just like what I said, once you've mastered the fundamentals, yung iniisip mo na nga lang is what you can do to help your teammates, how you can set your teammates up, how you can follow the plays of your coach, and yan talaga. So yung mga gadgets na yun, especially yun nga, sa level 1, yung blinders tapos yung gloves, really helped me to become a better ball handler and to become more confident in my dribbling kasi nga hindi ko na siya tinitingnan. Yung bola, I mean.
Tama, Coach Julie. Ako po yung nalilito. Pag sinabi mo blinders, ano bang, nakaganon ba yung mata mo? Ano ba yung blinders na yan? Nakaganon ba? Or,
Alam mo,
paano yun, Coach Julie?
alam mo palagi sinasabi sa amin ni Coach Nick, pumikit ka.
Okay.
Alam mo ba na ang mga bulag ay sobrang gagaling ng kanilang hand sensitivity. So, kailangan, pag nag-basketball ka, kailangan meron kang confidence level, hindi ka tumitingin sa bola, at meron kang sense of direction kahit na hindi ka nakatingin sa bola. So, yung blinders, ang itsura nun is ganito. Merong takip below your eye, and then,
Okay.
ang titignan mo lang palagi is you have to look straight ahead. Yung bola or everything that's happening below you, hindi mo na yun concern. Maaaring mawala ang bola sa'yo, just glance a bit, but your focus is peripheral vision.
Okay.
Importance ng blinders. Hindi
I
ganyan, ha?
see. Okay, ganun, iba yung ganun eh.
Iba yan. It's like this. Peripheral vision.
Okay, magre-request lang ako kay Coach Moy siguro next week papasuot natin yung blinders sa Ildefonso Brothers. Kasi Dave and Sean will join us next week. So Dave and Sean, if you're watching us now, yung requirement namin sa kanila, magba-blinders sila. Okay, tapos papasample natin yung ball hunting drills. All right. Very good.
Papanoorin ka, Coach.
Sige. Third, let's move on now. So let's talk about the basketball tournament. No? Alam ko SBP division, that's an under 12. Tapos alam ko may 11 years old, may 10 years old, may 8 years old. And I remember your last 2 playing years with Ateneo. Correct me if I'm wrong, no? I think you won back-to-back national championships in your last 2 playing years of the SBP division. Could you please share with us what you recall from that time? Because I remember the last time you were playing against sila Kib Montalvo sa Iloilo yun eh.
So, Taitong pa si Kib.
Oo, Taitong si Kib doon. Could you share us your experience? Anong experience yun sa paglaro sa national finals?
Yun, a very great experience na nakapaglaro ako ng national finals because I was able to see what it's like to play against players who I've never played with before kasi sila yung mga galing sa Visayas, Mindanao, and other parts of Luzon. So, laking experience siya and eye-opener kasi nakita ko dun yung mga bagay na kailangan ko pang ma-improve on, which is definitely a lot. And as well as I was able to make friends then with a lot of players whom I still talk to until now, like sila Kib. I've played with them siguro grade 6 ata ako noon.
Yes.
Nakalaban namin yung Taitong. Tapos si Kib, siya na talaga yung star player. And ako, wala. Bulilit pa lang ako nun. Happy to be there lang ako nun. Pero, yun. I was able to watch him rin. Grow up. Nakasama ko siya kahit hindi siya naglaro sa Manila. Nasusubaybayan ko siya. Naglalaro siya sa Bacolod. And yun. I was able to have lifetime connections with people through the national championships. Kaya very great experience for me. I think one of the best experiences na I've had as a athlete in grade school.
Coach Rico, maganda yung sinabi niya, eye-opener.
Okay,
diba?
yes.
So, nakita na doon yung mga kabatch niya, kung ano yung level of competition na pwede niyang matutunan. And at the same time, yung asa na ba ako as a player? Diba? So, yung sinabi niya na aside with eye-opener when it comes to his basketball skills, he was able to gain friendship or bonding doon sa mga nakilala niya sa Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And I bet up to now, marami siyang mga treasured moments na pag nakita yung mga yan, sigurado ako, isang ngitian lang, marami na silang mga kalokohan na napagdaanan. So it's really different. Best Center has provided really not just the skill level or improvement, pero yun din honing ng mga players sila inside and outside the court.
Ito thirds, just when you bump into, let's say, sa UAP college na to, no? And you bump into people like Kib Montalvo or anybody else, do you remember playing him? Mga ganun, uy, nakalaro ko last time to sa SBP. May lumalabas, may bumabalik pa na may memories na ganun?
Yes, of course. Actually, gines namin siya because me and my friends have a podcast where
Okay.
we had Kib as our guest din. Tapos
Ah,
napagkwento nga namin yung grade school experience namin na naglaro nga kami sa national championships ng best center ng SBP. Tapos, yun, yung mga memories na talagang dinodominate ni Kib nun kasi grade 6 pa lang siya, parang 5'3" or 5'4" na siya noon. Tapos ako
mm,
parang bulilit pa lang talaga ako. Hindi ko pa nga alam kung mga 5'1" pa lang ata ako noon eh. Pero yun, automatic yun yung naiisip namin. Because when you see old friends, the first thing we talk about is how we actually met, and it was through that. So yun, ang ganda rin i-reminisce, especially when you're just, not even playing basketball, but just having a random conversation with an old friend. So very, very fruitful experience, and
wow, galing.
eternally grateful dun nga na nangyari yun because I was able to gain lifetime friends through it.
I think Coach Rico, ang palagi binabanggit ni Thirdy is it's not about basketball, eh, no? It's more than
Yes,
basketball.
that's true.
It's how they build relationship, they build friendship along the way. Mukhang dun siya talaga nag-focus, Mr. Friendship.
Yun lang naman talaga yung kasi nga wala pa talaga akong nilalaro nun. So yun talaga yung nabibigyan ko ng focus is meeting other people. Pero humabol na lang in the latter part yung basketball for me. Pero yun nga, still treasure it and still grateful for the experience, of course.
Okay, before we leave the SBP experience natin no, sa SBP Tournament National Finals, alam kong may mga iba-ibang activities pa during the national finals. Ang balita ko, could you please share with us yung sumayaw kayo, I mean, yung fellowship daw, could you please
Yeah.
describe what is that fellowship thing? Ano mo ginagawa ng lahat sa national finals?
Well, I think it's kind of like a culmination night where all
Okay.
of the teams. I think it's the last day.
Last night, yes. Last
That's
night.
the last night of the tournament after the.
Yes. After the
I think,
finals.
yeah, it's the last night, and I think it's the best night for all of us, I guess, because that's the night na all of the teams get to um, meet each other outside of the court. Tapos dun nga, every single team may preparation. May parang hindi pala namin pinag-isipan yun. Kumbaga parang medyo impromptu na presentation na harap ka sa lahat ng audience. Tapos ako yung pinasayaw kami lahat. So wala akong magawa nun. Sumayaw lang ako sa harap ng mga players kaya sobrang nakakahiya. Kina Tita Marlene, kina Coach Nick. So yun, medyo doon tayo nagiging bida pag sa pakulitan. Pero yun, that's kind of like the last night. Tapos after that, that's when all the teams would bond, and we would go from room to room. Yung
Yes,
mga
yes.
from I don't know, whatever school actually na makita namin tapos maging friends kami. And yun, a very fun night kasi that's where we gain a lot of friends. And yung mga experiences din na mga hindi nyo makakalimutan. Yung mga kalokohan na ginawa nyo, even as kids. So, very, very nice experience.
Because Edo, 30, I'll go next after that because I know that you went to Las Vegas, no, on the Easter Classic tournament sila, and you went with if I'm not mistaken, tatlong team ata kayo, no, at that time.
Yes.
That was like, kumbaga, parang an all-star version of the national finals of three different teams, three different age groups, no, going to Las Vegas. Of course, ang tanong dito, how old were you then, and what was the experience for you like? Could you even remember something like that at 11 years old, or?
Yeah.
And what did you learn from that?
Well, honestly, ang talagang naaalala ko lang when I think about the Las Vegas Easter Classic. I think I was about 10 or 11 that time. Well, number one, the preparation that we've done. Yun nga, lahat ng groups from 11 under, tas 13 under, tas 15 under, lahat lahat kami sama-sama sa Antipolo sa bahay. Tapos tatakbo kami, magpe-prepare kami by, I think waking up at 4 a.m. to run. Tapos a certain distance, tapos ako tumatakbo pa kami noon para nakapikit pa yung isang mata. Nagjo-jogging pa kami. Tapos we'd have this exercise where we'd go down, I think 140 steps na pababa, na sobrang steep niya na staircase. Tapos you have to beat a certain time. Tapos yun yung mga exercise na talagang hindi gustong gawin ng lahat kasi yun yung isa sa pinakamahirap. Pero after a while, you kind of get used to it after, how many weekends. But eventually, when we were in Las Vegas, when we went to Las Vegas, ang talagang naaalala ko lang was when everyone was in awe of how good Renzo Subido was. Kahit yung mga kalaban namin, talagang napapahanga sa kanya. And I think yung pinaka-memory ko na makuha in terms of basketball games kasi di rin na naman ako masyado naglaro ng maganda doon. So I was more of an observer. And then, yun, may naalala pa pala ako yung ginagawa ko talaga doon was humihingi ako ng mga coins kasi meron silang vending machine doon. Lagi.
Ayun.
So, nakita ako ng vending machine. Humingi ako ng quarters kay Tita Marilyn or kay Tita Moy kasi gusto ko makuha ng candy doon sa vending machine. So, yun din yung mga, yung mga naalala kong experience from my Las Vegas Easter Classic. But then again, very fruitful experience. I was able to play. I guess I can say now I was able to play international basketball at a very young age. Was able to experience that and very blessed to be in a position like that kasi not a lot of people get to be exposed that early. So marami rin talaga akong natutunan kasi makikita natin na sobrang angat yung game, malalakas yung kalaban namin. So we had to step up to their level and we really pushed ourselves. Yung sa tulong ng mga coaches, we were able to step up to the occasion dun nga in terms of playing with them, because I'd say na in our division we were able to play against our opponents pretty well. Na we might have lost and I think we've had some games na nanalo kami, pero at the end of the day na masaya kami kasi talagang na-push namin yung isa't isa to be the best version of ourselves, and I think that's the goal. Although at the end of the day na talagang mag-improve lang kayo as individuals and as groups.
Well, Coach Rico, nabanggit ni Thirdy yung training again sa Antipolo. And I had this talk with your coach, si Coach Jerome. So sabi ko, how was he when he was there doon sa training ng Antipolo? And according to him, sabi niyo nga, mahirap yung stairs and parang meron kayong ginawang isang bagay na kasi hindi kayo papakainin. Remember? You have to beat the time for you to be able to eat breakfast. Kailangan lahat kayo should beat the time. Meron ata isang player I think having a hard time going up to that stair. So I think you did something like helping each other. You stationed in some ladders. And then what they did, siguro nga, ikwento mo nga kung paano niya ginawa yon para lang matapos na ang drill na pinapagawa ni Coach at be able to eat breakfast. Ano yung ginawa yung paraan? Siyempre, hindi namin tinuturo yun, ha? Yun, ang initiative niya na yun. Anong ginawa yung paraan para matapos nyo at makakain na kayo ng breakfast?
Ayun nata yung may tumutulak, yung may nagpupush dun sa teammate namin, kahit sino sa amin pag namin di naabot, may mga naka-station na dun sa staircase kasi I think it's about 138 steps if I remember it correctly. Tapos yung mga in between nun may mga players na tinutulak namin yung isa't isa para talaga umabot dun sa time para eventually lahat kami maka-breakfast na. And yun, talagang it really kumbaga, it was the initiative of the players. Just like what Coach Julie said, hindi tinuro ng coaches yun. And I guess that's one of the real points of having a camp like that was when is for us to be able to find ways on how we could help each other be better without a coach telling us what to do or how to do it. Kami-kaming players lang yung nag-decide kung paano namin matutulungan yung isa't isa. And again, at the end of the day, that's one of the missions, not the best things you can learn from the best center program na talagang naturo sa amin. Because ako, nadala ko siya until now. Yung mga, yung that mentality of how I could serve my my teammates and how I could make them better with whatever that I need to do. Kung paano ko sila set up, paano ko sila mapapagaling when we're all on the court. So it's one of the lessons that I have with me until now na talagang naturo ng best center.
Wow. We'll have may halftime break tayo dito, Thirdy, so you can take a breather for a while. What we'll do now is heads up lang para sa mga viewers natin. We will have a special, Pakulo. We will be awarding special prizes as we ask questions along the way. Then we will ask you to place your answers in the comment box. But we'll start that after this break muna. We're going to show you some pictures, Thirdy. I don't know if you remember them, but if you do, you might want to give a few thoughts here and there about it. So let's show the pictures now. Ito na yun. Please share with us. Eto, what do you remember from this?
Wow, I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's in Caesar's Palace. Am I right? Tapos yan yung Easter Classic sa Las Vegas, and as you can see, the guy in the bottom left, that's Kobe Paras, and si Andre ba yung nasa pinakataas? Yeah, upper left, tas ako yung katabi niya. And we have Adam, si Lance, John Ramos. So we've had, Coach Jerome, Renzo Subido, definitely the guy who was playing really good ever since. Tapos, yeah, I think that was brings a lot of memories nga. Tulad na sinabi ko kanina, yung mga naalala ko talaga yung mga stuff off the court Yung mga gusto ko lang humingi ng pera para makabili ako ng candy. Tapos yun, yung experiences nga na we were able to attain for, the Las Vegas trip that we've had.
Okay, next picture. Let's take a look at the next picture, please. Ayun.
It's not an Araneta. Sa Araneta pa ata. What camp is that?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Pero Coach Julie, comment muna sa form. Tama ba yung form natin?
Cebolo, back straight. Okay?
Tama.
Tama. Tingin sa harap, di ba?
Yan.
Yeah.
Nakita ko kasi may magpipicture, so...
Okay, ayun pala.
Yeah. I think during PBA ba yan?
Diba? Show kayo.
Yeah. Tas, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, diba, ginawa yun for during the PBA. Nag-demo nga. Yun.
Demo. Yes. Correct.
Grabe.
Okay,
Wow.
Ito yung memories na pinag-uusapan natin, the memories that come back. I'm not sure, do you have another picture? Parang wala na ata. Because if we don't have this next picture, we'd like to show you the highlights now. A few highlights, thanks to YouTube, and as our break here for you before we go to our first question for our question and answer portion. Okay, let's show the video highlights of Thirdy Ravena.
30. 2-man game of squad.
AP Finals MVP, number 0, Thirdy Ravena.
Ravena, nowhere to go, tries to scoop it up, and in, remaining in the first quarter. The cut by 30. Wala nang babaan. Easy. Looking at Camacho. Give me some of that, says Thirdy Ravena. And then drives it. No goal for Adamson. Next time at the net, 30 will drive the train to the cup. As what Thirdy Ravena does. Takes it strong to the hole, seeing the dribble. On him is Joshua Yero. Thirdy from the minute after the missed hit. Ravena long jumper. Back. Thirdy crossover. Thirdy Ravena. Basket in the second half. Thirdy lobs it up the floor. Thirdy Ravena fires again. Another three. That's good. And Thirdy Ravena goes. Thirdy rotates. Thirdy fakes left, drives right, and then sets up 1-14. Well, we didn't say that we were going to expect the same count against Ateneo, obviously, but we didn't expect them to reach
Down to 11, so slowly but surely they're getting back into this ball game as Ateneo so far has been missing their outside jump, outside shots, but once
then Torres missed on the three, and since then, Ravena. Fade away, Thirdy Ravena. In the middle is Thirdy. Side steps to the hole. 3 personal fouls on Alex against Ange. Ange comes up with a smile because unintentionally meant to shoot Ravena from 16. Another. So Diego attacks on the other side, and Thirdy is free underneath. Kita-kita ni Thirdy. Thirdy accelerates. He was 0 of 5, Marco, and now back-to-back hits for Thirdy Ravena for the 30 turns of points off turnovers. Ravena attacking. Kobe August. That's right. Averaging about close to 2 assists per ball game. Thirdy creates. Trying to disrupt the offensive plays of Ateneo. As Thirdy Ravena knocks down a 3-point shot is on the move. Ravena and tied 2 points. Too much muscle. Thirdy Ravena taking the contact to his defender and absorbing it in midair. You see over here. It's Rapalos and Ravena over to Wong. Adrian Wong for 3. The offensive rebound, go, and Ravena inside for 2.
Shout out DJ.
Ravena on the move. Ravena all the way for 2. That's just nicely milked. No time off. Ravena on the move against Abando. And Ravena scores. Conversion. Wall bounce back. Thirdy Ravena. Oh, what a spin by Thirdy. Ravena on the move. Ravena for 2. Back down to 4. Ravena gets Serrano. Ravena layup is good. And apply online. No collateral. In a swipe here. Thirdy Ravena's on the move. Thirdy Ravena all the way. Yellow cab end to end to Dewey. Goes to Thirdy Ravena. Shot clock down to 2. And Thirdy Ravena gets away. Reads 3. Thirdy Ravena. Step back over Guinness, and Ravena gets stopping. Ravena to Mamuya. Back to Ravena. Ravena scores. Last break by the Blue Eagles. Yamaha Pio, number 1 move for those straight points so far to counter a Uni scored to nothing run earlier. Yeah. Ravena attacks the kick out. Neto from the corner. He drops it in. That's off and running yet again. So Eagles shooting leads the team in 3-point shooting and has just been stellar all season long as Thirdy hits a 3. His first one on the white and blue. Thirdy stops on a dime. And Sinubo the Liars. Thirdy, Kwame, smackdown. Right. Not only getting the turnover, but showing a little bit of dribbling. 100% the amazing move of the quarter. UP has more offensive rebounds in this game, but they have earned every 8 remaining.
Para medyo matagal. 11 minutes pa lang
Cheering
video.
like they're Here's Thirdy Ravena gets Paraiso. Ravena is fouled. Yellow cab. First basket for Chavio as well. Thirdy Ravena. Ravena has it. Ravena all the way for 2. And Adrian Wong will start to play. Sends it to Nieto. Nieto to Ravena. Ravena baseline against Abando. And Ravena with 9 points in the opening quarter. 9 of the first. 20.
Yun.
Ayun,
So,
ayun, mga highlights ni Thirdy Ravena.
medyo matagal yung
Napapot ako doon.
Hindi.
nahiya ako.
Anyway, okay lang yan. This brings us now to our first question of the day para sa mga fans natin, no? So, we talked about Thirdy joining the SBP team or the Small Basketers Philippines Division team of Ateneo de Manila. And our question here is, how many national championships did Thirdy win in the SBP division? Okay, please place it in our comment section. So we'll repeat the question. How many national championships did Thirdy Ravena and Ateneo de Manila win during his days as an SBP division player in the SBP Passerelle Twin Tournament brought to us, of course, by Milo? Please comment now in the comment section. We talked about this earlier. Could you please mention or comment how many times Thirdy had won, okay, a national championship in the SBP division of the SBP Pastoral Twin Tournament brought to us by Milo? Ayun ang mga sagot natin.
Ano ba yung prize dyan, Coach?
We're giving away special prizes from the Best Center. We have t-shirts and a ball to give away.
Ayun, may ball.
Ayun, dami na. Ito na. Okay, let me see. I think we have a winner. Labasan natin yung winner, Direk. Our winner is Joel Amos, 2. Correct. No? Thirdy Ravena won 2 championships, national championships by the way, national championships at the SBP division of the Best Center SBP Pastoral Twin Tournament brought to us by Milo, both of which were won in Iloilo. I remember that very well because in 2008, they defeated the Kimon Talbo and Bacolod Taitung High School. Then in 2007, they defeated actually the Sacred Heart School, Ateneo de Cebu. Yun yung home team namin dito sa Cebu, Coach Julia. So pasensya na sa mention. So,
Coach Nico,
go.
Ako napapansin? That's my brother.
Ay, kaya
Teka lang, pero wala akong alam dyan, ha?
Wala ka alam dito, ha?
Kaya pala, Coach.
Wala akong sinabi na sagot. And siguro, ibigay na lang natin sa iba because right now, he's not stationed here. Nasa state siya.
Okay.
Brother Jovel, thank you for joining. Pero ibigay na lang natin sa iba. Ako na lang ang bibigay ng t-shirt sa'yo.
Tama. No, we forgot to mention, Coach Julie pala, sorry, ha? The winners here tonight must have a Philippine address. Okay, dahil dito natin ibibigay Philippine address eh. Tapos, we'll go to the next person who answered it correctly. Let's flash that, please.
But
Here you go.
To my brother, ha? Good job.
Yeah, okay, ikaw na bala. Yeah, is it Daz Abel or Daz Abel? Okay, so Daz Abel, congratulations. You win a special prize from the Best Center. Please send your send a private message to the Best Center Sports Inc. Facebook page, and we'll get your details, and you could transact with us there. All right. So let's move on. Move on tayo sa kwentuhan, Thirdy.
Sure.
Kasi tuloy tayo, ha. SBP yun, high school naman tayo. Okay, high school. High school, I know that, eto Coach Julie, kinuwento mo sa akin to, no? Interesting yung high school, kumbaga high school career ni Thirdy. Binanggit ni Thirdy kanina, marami siyang, kumbaga, hindi naman failures. Maraming, let's just say, weaknesses, improvement areas. Ang kwento ni Thirdy, sa akin lang, if I'm to analyze it, parang Thirdy's career throughout has been a story about siguro getting weaker, poorer start first, but recovering to do better. So, Thirdy, could you please share with us, what happened in your high school career? Or juniors muna tayo before going to college.
Okay, juniors. Okay, so, unfortunately, hindi ako nakapagpasarel noon. But,
Yes.
My juniors experience, after my second year, that's when I really told myself that I was gonna play basketball and I was gonna take it seriously, and I wasn't gonna settle for anything less than my 100%. Kasi that's in the end of my second year. Well, actually, we had a running joke with Tita Marilyn and Coach Nick na tuwing nakikita kami, lagi nilang sinasabi, oh, si Mr. Quality Seconds. Kasi pinapasok lang ako usually pag end of the second quarter, pag mag-halftime na, siguro mga the last 10 or 5 seconds, tsaka ako ilalagay sa loob. So, minsan pangit papapakita ko, yun na nga lang yung time ko sa court. Tapos, or pagtambak na tapos patapos na yung game. Usually, doon lang ako pinapasok. Um, but after that summer, when I was able to take a look at the individual rankings, may parang booklet yan na makikita mo lahat ng individual rankings ng players in the tournament. I was actually 12th to the last. And that's when out of the 8 teams, 15, 16 players each, I was 12th to the last. So that's when I really told myself na siseryosohin ko na yung basketball. Tapos the whole summer, wala akong ginawa kundi mag-focus. Hindi ako nag-cellphone noon. I would wake up at 6 in the morning and I would play with the older guys dito sa village namin. And then I would go to practice with the juniors kasi practice namin doon was 12 to 6 during summer. Around 12 to 2, my conditioning, and then my break for 2 to 4, and then 4 to 6 team practice na. So I would play basketball from basically 6 to 6 every day. So yeah, for a whole summer, that's when I took it seriously. I really didn't focus on anything else other than basketball. And the following year, from being 12 to the last, nag-pay off siya because when I checked the individual rankings again, I was finally number 2 in the whole tournament, and I only missed uh, by a couple of statistical points from being number 1 in the league. But yeah, that's when I really realized na hard work pays off, and the discipline na tinuro ng best center was still there. That's what I really incorporated, is that if you really want to improve, you have to put in the work. Si Coach Nick, yun yung lagi niya sinasabi, na walang pinanganak na magaling ka agad. Although some people might be more naturally um, better in basketball than others. Natatrabaho pa rin yan. And that's what I did. And yun, from then on, from number 2, I eventually became the MVP of the following year. In my last year, although we didn't win a championship. But yes, yun nga, tulad na sinabi ni Coach Nick, hard work pays off. And it went from being Mr. Quality Seconds. Yung joke na namin nun was Mr. Quality Minutes na ako kasi mas ginagamit na ako nun. So, yun. That's kind of a gist of my high school story and how I played in high school. Definitely laking tulong ng lahat ng mga coaches ko through the years who actually pushed me to be the best version of myself every single day. And my
Well,
teammates.
napakaganda ng story mo, Thirdy, kasi syempre, akala nila, pag sinabing Ravena, born na hero na or magaling na sa basketball. But for you, it was really a struggle at the start. But eventually, you learned to love basketball. And I think, shout out ako dun sa mga kalaro mo sa village. I think yung mga nakatulong sa iyo, the challengers, and hindi ka na, sabi mo nga, dati, ang stats mo was bottom 20. Usually dapat, ang hindi ka ng award, top 20. Ikaw, nasa bottom 20 yan. So, nag-strive ka to get better. And so nice. Ang ganda ng story na sinare mo sa amin kung paano ka nag-start, you struggled, and then eventually became MVP in fourth year high school.
Yes, yun nga po. That's been the running theme of my basketball career. Tulad ng sinabi nga ni Coach Rico, na I don't always start good. I don't always start well, but I slowly work my way up. So, yun nga, it's not about, tulad nga sinabi na, it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. So, yeah, just always putting in that work para
No,
mag-improve lang every day.
because which brings me now to college. Because college career mo, 30, correct me if I'm wrong, took more of the same pattern. No? The same pattern again, even if nag-MVP ka nga sa high school, but your college was another, hindi naman roller coaster. Kasi pag roller coaster, gumaganon. But I'd say parang yung acceleration mo, you started low again and to move up again.
Yeah,
Could you
so
please share with us, pati yung heartbreaks mo, could you please share with us what happened na college naman to?
yeah, so another testament to what I said before, yun nga, yung the story of my career. Coming off an MVP run in my high school, I was very
Yes.
confident that I was going to be able to play well and adapt to college basketball pretty easily. But that definitely wasn't the case. I had to learn again the hard way. Na it's a different ball game. You might think na you're caught above the rest pag high school ka, but in college, another kumbaga, it's another world, another ball game. Pagdating mo na, kumbaga, kung level 1 ka dun sa Division 2, babalik ka sa, pag nag-Division 1 ka na, ikaw ulit yung parang small fish ka na naman. You have to work your way up, and that wasn't the case for me. In my first year, kasi inisip ko na kakayanin ko na, but talagang nahirapan ako. I went, I think, to average again 2 points per game the whole season. And yun, another life lesson for me na hindi ka pwedeng maging kampante with achieving something na hindi na yun yung end all and be all. Na if you achieve something na you think is, successful, there's always going to be room for improvement. So don't let any success, don't let success get in your head. Period. You always have to work your way up till you don't even need to focus on trying to be the best in a certain category, but only the best version of yourself. So yun lang yung fina-focus ko all the time. After that year, after learning that year, that's what Coach Tab told me. He actually talked to me and sinabi niya yung pressure shouldn't come from people expecting you to be like your brother or your dad, but the greatest pressure should come from within and within you na to be the best player that you can possibly be. Not even nga, kunwari, pag inisip mo sa college gusto mo maging magaling, hindi dapat yun yung focus. Yung focus mo dapat is how I can be the best version of myself and how I could improve today. So, pagdating a new day, dapat fina-focus mo paano ka pwede mag-improve. Kahit 1% lang yan, basta mag-improve ka better than yesterday, that's the goal. So, yun lang yung fina-focus ko, and after that, period na medyo unstable nung first year, when I came back after the year na sinet out ko pa because of academics,
Yes, correct. Yeah.
I was able to eventually bounce back, I guess, in a good way. And yeah, just like what you said, I guess it was more of an incline, uh, yung progress. Pero swerte lang na hindi masyado bumaba uh, yung progress natin the next few years. Yes, yun nga po yung college career. Then, gist.
Coach Julie, nakailang championships pala si Thirdy? Nakakalimutan ko na eh. Nakailang championship, nakailang MVP?
Yeah. Umpisa natin ulit. Sabi niya, first year niya, akala niya naging madali yung transition niya from being
Yes.
MVP from high school. He thought na he'll be ready for the next level, playing for the college. Yan ang mga notion ng mga dating mga naging MVP players. Akala nila na pag magaling ka na on that spot, pagdating mo ng college, okay ka na. Well, coming from Thirdy Ravena itself, it was not easy. It was not an easy transition. And then, second year niya, yung pa nga, hindi siya tama ba ko? Third year, you're not able to play. You
Yeah,
okay?
academic
So, ah,
reasons.
so alam mo yung, how was that feeling? Yung parang akala ko okay na ako ng first year, ready na ako to prove something better, tapos hindi na naman ako nalaro. Ano yung pakiramdam mo ng mga moment na yun?
Yeah.
Naisip na, mag-quit na nga lang ako, mag-artista na lang ako?
Ako, hindi, baka hindi rin tayo maging successful dyan. Kaya, yung inisip ko lang talaga, coach, was, you're right, Coach Julie. Definitely had my doubts. There was a period of time where I really had no motivation to even just do anything rather than just stay in my room and just, let time pass by. And but after a while of, letting my emotions, uh, actually feeling my emotions, I was able to gather myself through the help of my family and my friends. And then eventually I told myself, just like what I told myself nung second year high school ako, na similar, was that there's no other there's nothing we can do about this. It's already there. I'm not gonna be able to play for a year. The best thing that we can do right now is to actually do something about it. So yeah, what are we gonna do about it? And I actually got a trainer, a personal trainer, because hindi rin ako makakapag-train nun nung hindi ako pumasa ng academic, yung average
QPI.
namin,
Yeah.
yung QPI. So I wasn't able to train with the team kahit yung team B ng Ateneo, bawal ako mag-train. So I had to do everything on my own. And yeah, that's when I really pushed myself, although it was tough. It was definitely hard watching the games, thinking na dapat nandyan ako or sana nakatulong pa ako sa team. But it was definitely a tough year again. But I had to grind out. I had to do something about it, and I wasn't dwelling on the mistakes anymore. I was dwelling on what I can do about them. So I just tried to motivate myself as much as I could and just work and work and work, which was definitely not easy. Kasi it's a year of not even playing proper basketball. So very hard, but luckily I was able to uh, push through with it through the help of my family, my friends. So ayun, paglaro ko ulit next year, Coach Tab was there, and he definitely helped me a lot. And I guess it's really the determination to overcome obstacles, even though you feel na you're already in, the bottomest of the bottom. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, although it may seem like when you experience it at the moment there's none. You just have to pick yourself up and just keep working and working, and then eventually you'll see a light at the end of that tunnel, which you're definitely gonna, work to get closer and closer every single day. Although it's gonna take a while, it's not the end. So yun lang, never lose hope. Always, there's always, something you can do about the situation you're in, no matter how bad it is. And yeah, and I'd say right now, I never thought that I would say this back then, but that's one of the that's I think that's probably what I'm most thankful for. Is yung na-experience ko um na-experience ko siya that early in my career, kasi really taught me a lot. Tapos it was really the greatest blessing, I think, in terms of my career. Yung hindi ako nakalaro and when I felt like I was really at the bottom.
Interesting thing. Before I ask my next question, I missed something right now. So, Daz Abel, you won a special Best Center T-shirt pala. Sorry for answering the question correctly. No, so Daz, again, you win a special T-shirt because we'll ask another question again, where we'll award another T-shirt later on after this question. Because 30, ituloy na natin. I know that you're talking about quote unquote failures. You're talking about starting from the bottom. And I know there's a story behind the number 0. Could you
Yeah.
share with us the story behind number 0? Because I think, correctly if I'm wrong, it's a bit related to this. This is like if you were to write a novel, ito na yun eh. This is Thirdy Ravena, my autobiography. It's like something starting from 0 and moving up. Could you please share with us why the number 0?
Well, actually, that's a good point, Coach. Always starting from the bottom.
Yes.
But I picked that number because when I experienced all of those things at the end of my freshman year, um, I really told myself na no one's gonna stop me from chasing my dreams. So kaya ako siya pinili na number because talagang hindi ko napapansin lahat ng noise na marinig ko because I was hearing all sorts of comments on social media, whether it's someone you know, someone you don't know. People always have something to say, and I chose number 0 because I want to tell myself all the time that no one's gonna bring me down, no one's gonna stop me from chasing my dreams. So that's why I picked the number. But that's a good point then, Coach, na always start from the bottom. Na although kano ka sad or kano ka hindi motivated ngayon because of failure, there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
That's true. I just thought about that also now, Third. So when you look at it right now in hindsight, oh nga pala, no, bakit nga ba number 0? Time out, Coach Julie, which leads me to my next question pala, so we can award a t-shirt, okay? Next question, to award a t-shirt, drop your answer in the comments zone, okay? What is the jersey number of Thirdy during his Ateneo de Manila playing years? Yung last 3 years niya sa Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles. What is Thirdy's jersey number? Go! Comment section, please. The first wins a special shirt. May mga sagot na ba tayo, Coach Julie?
Wala pa.
Wala pa. Ano, iniisip ko na pang jersey number ni Thirdy Ravena. Which reminds me, what was your jersey number sa first year mo, Thirds?
First year, 6.
High school? Would you remember your high school?
I was 15.
Okay, I see.
So, pa-iba-iba.
Oo, ayun.
Ako, Coach Rico, hindi mo ba
Go.
ang jersey number mo dati?
Ate Pioy.
Si Ate P wins. Okay, you win.
Supporter namin yan ever since high school.
Ganun ba? Well, thank you for the support. Very good. Number 0. Okay. Congratulations here. Coach Julie, yung tanong mo, anong number mo? Alam ko, number 3 ka ata dahil 3-point shooter ka eh. Tama ba?
Hindi, alam mo, nung FIBA rules dati, ang pipiliin mo lang dapat, number 4 hanggang 19.
Oo nga pala, tama, correct.
Pag 3 referee ka. Kaya nung sinabi ng 30 na 0, ano kayang relevance nun? So ngayon, nalaman ko na. So ngayon, 0 means the number of people na pwedeng humarang to reach your goal. And I like that. I like that. Kumbaga, yun nga yung palagi natin sinasabi, ang bida sa umpisa, nagpapabugbog muna. And then eventually,
PJ lang.
PJ lang. Kaya naman, Coach Rico, nung naglaro siya on his next 3 consecutive years, ayun na. Iba na ang story ng Thirdy Ravena. We were able to get the 3-time championships. And then, of course, itong isang achievement na ginawa ni Thirdy, and it's because of hard work and determination, he got 3 times MVP or Finals MVP in UAAP. Just try to imagine yung last na UAAP niya, parang ibinuhos na niya lahat. Sabi niya siguro, wala nang balikan ito, itotodo ko na. Kaya in his Finals Game 1, nako, unstoppable. He made, tama ba ako? 38 points sa Game 1 ng Finals.
32 31, 32, mga ganun.
Sabi ko nga, paano mo naman tatalyonin ng isang ganyang tao?
Ano na.
Bumalik siya. So
Nanggigil.
ano nga yung mga siguro maganda siguro i-share mo kung kasi marami diyan mga nasa viewers natin ngayon nagtatanong, ano ba ang ma-advise mo sa kanila na magiging college na sila, maglalaro na sila in a varsity level, ano yung mga pwede nilang gawin para mag-succeed, and hopefully on the right path, o mahirapan man sila, ano yung mga pwede nilang ma-attain at the end.
Well, I think the biggest advice I could give, well, mga advice na pwede ko mabigay, I guess was number one, I just really enjoyed what I'm doing. Kasi people tend to just focus too much on, it's okay to work hard, trabaho ng trabaho, but if you don't, embrace the process, if you don't love what you're doing, and if you're not cherishing every moment, na talagang we play basketball because we love the sport. Number one, that's what I do. I play basketball because I love the sport. Hindi mo siya fully ma-embrace, I guess, yung hard work na ibibigay mo. That's number one. So I just enjoy what I do. And I just cherish every moment, every experience that I gain from it. And number two, I just try to be the hardest worker. For me, no matter how hard your team trains, if you train the same amount of hours as everyone else, then lahat kayo same yung development. For me, if I want to be the best version of myself, I have to work the hardest. So for me, always, work beyond the hours na tinatrabaho ng team nyo. If you want to be the best, you have to do things na hindi madali. Because if being great was easy, then everybody would be great. But, in order to be great, you have to put in the hours and a lot of sacrifices na might be hard to, let go of. Maybe time with your friends, time with your girlfriend, boyfriend, things like that, or playing video games. Pero it has its, greatness has a price, and if you want to chase it, you have to be willing to give everything up for it. So for me, just bust your tail off, just keep working kasi magpi-pay off din yan at the end, and the amount that would you would get from it is like tenfold. Kung ano yung binigay mo, kung nagbigay ka na sobrang daming hard work, babalik sa'yo yan ng tenfold. Mas marami pa yung mga blessings na makukuha mo because of the hard work that you put in. Whether it's being able to help your family, whether it's being able to enjoy the things in life, or talagang babalik siya once you just keep working hard, and it applies to all aspects in life, I guess. So yeah, I think that's the best advice I could give.
Well, thank you for that advice, Thirdy. I mean, learning from, again, the best. And the thing I appreciate about this is learning from the best who also went through so much in life, no? Starting from the bottom, starting at negative and moving up. Thirds, I know I promised you 1 hour. Kaya lang, I still have one more section. So, pasensya na. I have one more section.
Coach, walang problema.
Okay, thank you. Because we have questions naman. Hindi pwedeng ako na si Coach Julie magtatanong. We have to give it to our fans. Now, we have many questions in the comment section. So, let's now show questions from the comment section. Ito, from Austin, Idol 30. Ano pong ma-advise nyo sa akin? Since hindi ko po alam anong gagawin ko, since hindi po ako masyadong kagalingan kahit malapit na ako mag-college. Gusto ko pa naman po kayo gayahin kasi same position po tayo. Salamat po. Kayo po inspirasyon ko sa kasi Kuya Renz Abando. Thirds?
Well, for me, ang ma-advise ko dyan is that don't lose hope. Whether you think na kaya nga na you're running out of time, ang importante na you show up dun sa mga, kung gusto mo mag-workout, nagagawin mo siya, na hindi lang siya magiging pangarap na, gusto ko gumaling. and I'm running out of time, the important thing na gagawin mo is for you to actually put in the work. So no matter how slow that progress is, as long as you show up, yun yung importante. Kasi eventually, when you keep working on the right things, gagaling at gagaling ka rin. Don't be afraid na by increments of 1% lang yung igagaling mo every single day. Pero pag i-compile mo yan for 1 year, you'd be 38 times better. Yun yung laging mentality ko. I read that in a book. Was that if you keep learning 1%, if you keep growing 1% every day, 1 year from now, you'd be 38 times better. So wag kang matakot to just slowly improve, and then just keep working. Kasi you have to be prepared for when the moment arrives. Kahit kailan pa yan, you have to make sure na you rise to the occasion. Because some people don't really embrace the moment until it's past. So just make sure you do everything on your end to improve. Para pag dumating na yung moment mo, pag magka-opening ka, you make the most out of it and you won't regret anything. So wag kang matatakot na kahit hindi ka magaling ngayon, just put in the work and you'll definitely be fine.
I like that. Thank you, Austin, for that question. Thank you. I like that aspect about going 1% per day. Si Coach Julian, 1 pound per workout sa bench press niya. So yan ang battle cry ni Coach sa bench press. Yan, tapos sa squats niya, ganoon. Next question, please, from the comment section. Ito, Toton Tundag. Good evening, Sir Rico Navarro, and for Coach Julian Kuya Thirdy in this new generations of young athletes, especially to our SBP. What advice can you give them to make them understand the importance of basketball fundamentals since they are idolizing NBA players? Ayun, good question. No? Pala, no? NBA players ina-idolize importance of basketball fundamentals.
Yeah, Sir Toton, actually, you have a point. People right now tend to focus on the highlights rather than the fundamentals, which is one of the reasons why I watch more EuroLeague basketball than NBA, to be honest. I don't watch NBA. Yun yung totoo dun. I've always been a Lakers fan, pero I don't watch NBA. So for the same reason, was that it's more fun to watch EuroLeague for me kasi mas fundamental yung basketball, mas basic yung basketball. And to also address the last part of your question, the only reason why NBA players get to do what they do is because they've mastered the fundamentals. Most of the people don't see that they're working on the fundamentals. All they see is the highlights, all the flashy moves. But it's a byproduct of the hard work that they've put in, the amount of work they've put in the fundamentals. And that's what I think 90 to 95% of what people don't see is that they work on those things the most. And that's why they get to be flashy. That's why they have the ball on a string. Kyrie gets to do what he does. Steph gets to do what he does. And all the other players, yun yung di nakikita ng mga tao is because they've mastered the fundamentals and that's what they really work on. Kumbaga nagiging innate na yung mga classing moves na ginagawa nila. Like the flashy things that we see because they've mastered the fundamentals. Sorry, I keep repeating it because it's really the point of, emphasis that I want to address.
You cannot emphasize it even more because, like they say, fundamentals ngayon is fundamental. It's the basics. Okay, next question. Next question, please, from the comment section. So, Thirdy does not watch NBA. Interesting. From Renz de la Cruz, Kuya Idol Thirdy, can you share to us your everyday routine, or how do you prepare before the season begins? Oh, interesting.
Well, actually, there's a bit of a change right now, especially with everything that's going on. These are very trying times, so I haven't gotten to prepare how I usually prepare, and it's also because I've already graduated from Ateneo, so hindi na kami summer training and all of that, hindi ko na na-experience. But right now, my everyday routine would be, well, earlier, sabihin ko na lang yung ginawa ko, just to give you guys a glimpse. I ran in the morning, 5 kilometers. And then right after running, nag-workout kami in the house. I actually have a specialized training program na fina-follow ko. So those are I had 2 workouts, the gym workouts. So I had cardio, I had 2 gym workouts, and well, I was supposed to do boxing right now, pero minove ko na lang siya to tomorrow for this interview, definitely. And then also, I have may ball workout din ako with my trainer at night at a private facility, which is safe. So yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of like my daily routine, like
So
workout
even
4 times a day.
no, because I have to mention this that you are going to Japan. Okay, they play for the Japanese B League, and my last question on this section before I go back to the comment section is: first Pinoy professional baller in Japan. What does that say to you, and what does it mean to you?
Well,
Arigato. Sinasabi niya.
Arigato.
arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Pero for me, sa totoo lang, hindi ko po talaga siya iniisip.
Okay.
Rather, other than, having the responsibility of representing the country the best way that I can. I think yun lang yung naisip ko when it comes to that. Kasi when they see me in Japan, they don't see me as Thirdy Ravena. They see me as the guy from the Philippines. And everything I do in Japan would probably reflect on how they see Filipinos. So I have to make sure na all of my actions are, done well. Lahat na ipapakita ko is, at the best of my character. Kasi I represent the country nga. So yeah, I think that's what comes to mind when you say the first Filipino-Japanese player. But other than that, I don't have anything else. I don't focus on those things talaga, coach, sa totoo lang. Kasi fino-focus ko lang po talaga kung paano ako makaka-fit in sa team right away, given the
that's true.
the very limited amount of time that I have. I was supposed to be in Japan July 1, but I'm still here, and I'm actually gonna miss a couple of games because I have to quarantine myself for when I leave, which there is no date yet. And yes, that's what I really try to work on right now. Kaya talagang nag-workout so that when I get there, I don't have to worry about conditioning and anything that, so all of the variables that I can control, I try to control it here. Para pagdating doon, all I need to do is think about how I could gel with the team.
Well, Coach Rico, I've seen the culture of Japan. Nakita ko na paano maglaro ang Japan team. There's always, sila yung palaging fast-paced. Less dribble, they keep on passing the ball, shooters, not too flashy, it's really back on the basic. Here in the Philippines, you've been positioned as a wingman or sometimes a power forward. Pagdating mo sa Japan, ano kaya ang playing position mo doon, Thirdy? Are you
Nice question.
ready to be a point guard?
I'd have to be ready to play point guard, shooting guard, and forward mostly, because I don't think I'd be able to play for Japan. So focusing lang on the guard side of my game. So yun lang po talaga yung kailangan ko improve on, and that's what I try to work on every day. Was how I can be a better guard on the court.
Okay, let's have one more question for the comment section, Coach Julie. One more question tayo.
Best
Ito na. What is your favorite drill from the best center, and do you still perform it? No coaching from Coach Julie, ha? Bawal mag-coach ito, Coach Julie.
Teka,
Favorite drill.
Baka sabihin niya push-up, ha?
Favorite
One,
drill.
Keeper eh. I mean, yung 30, talagang push-ups, a lot of push-ups siguro yung ginagawa niya.
Well, I guess my favorite drill is when I'm not even gonna focus on certain specific drills, pero every time after no water break, we have that long whistle where we drop everything and
yes.
stay low to the ground and say defense. I guess I get to bring that with me both figuratively and literally sa career ko kasi for me when I'm on the court, I drop everything else, lahat na iniisip ko. I focus on the game. I focus on how I can be as disciplined as I can and how I could follow my coach. Just like sa best center, susundan mo yung whistle. Whenever marinig mo yung whistle na coach, it also indicates that your obedience to the coach and how you could, and how you could follow the coach then and how well you follow the coach. So that's, I think, something that I bring with me. When I'm in the game, I drop really low when I play defense, but at the same time, I also understand why they do it. And that's because we have to be disciplined when we're inside the court and outside the court. And we need to follow our coaches. Kahit ano man yung sabihin nila. So I guess I don't even know if that's considered a drill, but it's something that I bring with me definitely until now sa career ko.
Wow, very so true. No, I never looked at it as a drill. I saw it more as a disciplinary thing to get people together. Coach Julie, you're a coach. Ano bang feeling nyo when you blow that long whistle? What do you expect as a coach from the players pag ganon?
Well, that's one thing na makuha mo yung attention ng mga players. Just a simple, long whistle, everybody will stop. Whatever they're doing, they will drop the ball, drop their water tumblers, and then execute a low defensive stance. When you say low, it really means a lot of effort. Kailangan talaga, strong legs ka, and in your mind should not tell you na, oops, ang bigat ng katawan ko, kailangan you have to sustain it for a long period of time. Kaya ang palagi namin sinasabi, alam mo, ang defensive stance na pinagagawa ng best center is not just for you to pahirapan ka or whatsoever. It's a mindset also. You're teaching the student to overcome this kahit mahirap, to prolong it, and then later on, pagdating mo sa game, you love how to play defense kasi nasanay ka na. You wanna stay low, you could easily guard your opponent left and right, and then di mo napapansin, tumatagal ka nang dun yung depensa. So, I think that's a good answer for you. 30, yung defense, it really boils down into the number one na tinuturo ng best, which is discipline.
I must add, it also strengthens you. Because parang squat kasi yan eh. It's an extended squat in a sense. It strengthens you. You harden the core, harden your butt, and it brings you that state. Anyway, guys, we don't have much time left. I'm reading 1:30 on our clock already. Alam mo si Coach Julie, babad to ha. May interview pa kanina to. Pero sige lang, okay lang. We'll go to our last question of the day where we will award a special ball. Basketball na po. Okay, basketball. Now, the question is, again, first to answer sa comment section po natin. Madali lang po. First, the last question rather, to win a special ball from the best center, where will Thirdy play professional basketball? What country? Ayun, to be specific. In what country will Thirdy play professional basketball? Clue, he doesn't watch the NBA. Makakatulong siguro yun. But he watches the EuroLeague.
Yeah.
Ayun. Ayun. So I think let's wait now for the answers to come in the comment section.
Oh,
and this one, the special prize kasi to ko 30, I'd like you to read off now. I think we have a winner here. I'll flash the winner. Time out. Direct, could you please flash the winner?
The question
30,
was
please.
right.
So 30, could you please read off the name of the winner para special?
AJ Bass II. Congratulations, AJ. One Milo Best Center Basketball.
Nice one. So AJ Bass, please communicate with us at please send a private message to the Best Center Sports Inc. Facebook page, which brings us to our final words na. Ito na yan, because really, it has been an hour and a half of fun. I did not notice time flying just like that. Thirds, would just like to, for your final words, final messages that you might want to think of now for the viewers out there.
Well, first and foremost, sorry I wasn't able to thank you, Coach Rico and Coach Julie, for having me on your show. I just also want to say hi to Tita Moy, Tita Marilyn, Enzo. Also, I just want to thank everyone who was able to participate and watch this interview that I have with Best Center. And yes, I just hope that everyone's safe, especially in these trying times. Make sure that all of you are healthy and all your loved ones are healthy, and whatever you're doing right now, or whatever struggle you're going through right now, there's always light at the end of the tunnel, just like what I've been saying the whole interview. Huwag kayong mawawala ng gana, although it may be hard, pero kaya natin lahat to. And I wish everyone the best of luck with whatever their personal endeavors are. And yes, don't forget, the Best Center is available right now online, so make sure you sign up. And yes, yun lang po talaga. I wish everyone a safe night, and I just want to thank everyone again for participating and watching.
Thank you very much, Thirdy Ravena, for joining us tonight. And before we wrap this up, we'd like to show you our poster, or our who will join us in Be the Best Live next week. And we show it direct. Sino bang makakasama natin, Coach Julia? Yung blinders natin, papasuot natin sa kanila. Be the Best Live presents Dave and Sean Ildefonso, October 3, Saturday, 7:30 p.m. And you see them on our digit poster right there. Ang kulang dyan, Coach Julie, ipapasuot natin yung papalagay ko yung blinders dyan sa picture na.
Naka-edit yung blinders sa nila ko.
Yes, i-photoshop natin yung blinders dyan.
Dagdag natin.
Yes. So, well, with that, Coach Julie, your final words before I say goodbye.
Well, for the viewers who have been listening now, you've seen the success story of the players that you are idolizing. It was not an easy ride for mostly all of them. Marami silang mga struggles, marami silang mga pains, mga trials. It was not really an easy ride. It was not an easy way to success. Kasi pag napakadali na magiging successful ka, madali lang mawawala yon. Pero kung pinaghihirapan mo, you're treasuring everything, and then eventually you'll achieve something better than what you thought of it. Kaya kailangan, every time you're given opportunity, give it your best. Give it your best. You'll never know, baka dahil dyan sa binigay mong attitude, and then yun, he was able to play. He will be able to play again on a pro league. So those things, basta ibigay mo lang, give it all your out, be fundamentally sound, just like Thirdy has been telling us. Get back to basic. Do not be too flashy. Have your own pace, but you have to have ending result that you want it to be.
Wow. Arigato gozaimasu, Coach Julie. Thank you very much. And arigato gozaimasu also to all those who joined us here tonight on Be the Best Live. Pasensya na po, we couldn't flash all the comments and questions. There are many of them there, Thirds. We'll check them out later when we go back to the actual video on the Facebook page. But again, all good things must come to a close. And tonight we wrap up another edition of Be the Best Live. Thirdy Ravena, thank you for joining us. Coach Julie, as always, thank you very much. Arigato ulit. And to all of you viewers, thank you for joining us. This is Be the Best Live. We'll see you next week with the Ildefonso brothers. Thank you and good evening.